Everybody, Presale here, your second favorite Uniswap degen. I hope everyone's having a super pro day. There've been some very nice gains these past few days. I actually need to add your Polka cover was a 10x as well, and that got a pro, so that's pro. I like that. In this video, I actually want to cover Butterfly protocol, which is actually quite an interesting one, and I wanted to share some insight on the early days of it, and maybe something we can all learn when it comes to early days of the project. But before I get to it, I also just wanted to say that in the next few days I might not upload a video because I'm going to be traveling overseas. Obviously I need to pack and travel from where I live to where I'm going. It's like more than half a day traveling, or almost a full day actually. So yeah, I might not upload a video for 2 or 3 days, but hopefully I can upload one as soon as possible. But anyways, what I wanted to say was for Butterfly protocol, it was really interesting because almost everyone had an opportunity to invest in the early days of it. I'm talking early days as in when on the Telegram they had about 600 members. I joined when they had around 400. Myself, I wasn't sure, but one thing I think everyone needs to keep in mind is when it's that early is literally the only time you can have a chance to get into the private or seed rounds. If you wait till it's hyped and it's an obvious play, then you're competing against thousands of other people to get the 200 spots on Polka Solar. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And I also wanted to add on my Telegram, we were chatting about this, everyone on the group was chatting about Butterfly protocol, whether to invest or not, already since a week or two ago or more. So almost everyone in my group that was chatting at the time managed to actually get into that sale if they wanted to. Some skipped, some got in, but it's just another way of saying, make sure you're in these Telegram groups. Make sure, you find out really early about the projects and the best ways to be in these groups. So definitely join my Telegram group, and I'm sure you'll find ones like this more often going forward. And what's happened now is, back then there was a rumor that Butterfly might list on Polka Solar, which, as you know, is super hyped, and all the coins that go on Polka Solar make a really big gain. But it wasn't really confirmed, and now it's confirmed. And you can see on the Polka Solar website here, Butterfly protocol will happen in 2 weeks, 4th of February. So of course now their Telegram is blowing up. They got 2,000 members, and I'm sure until the 14th of February, it's going to be a lot more. And I know that they ramping up their marketing, so you're going to see a lot more of it. And that's already quite bullish just based on that. So yeah, make sure you're in Telegram groups early. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll actually go through what you need to do on Polka Solar. I know some people asking for like a guide kind of on how to use it, so I'll maybe do that. Anyways, their Telegram, which we already briefly went through, 2,300 members at the moment, 600 online. So a week or two ago there was only 600 members, so it's blown up, and I think it's going to keep growing. So if we go to their website, just a quick overview of it. So basically it's like a decentralized DNS type of project. I'll go a bit more in detail on it, but let's start over here. A decentralized name system for the new internet. So they want to create a decentralized autonomous organization that will replace the DNS system and change the economics of domain ownership. What's nice is when you create a domain, I read in their white paper that it creates a token that to create that token, they actually burn some Butterfly tokens. So in the long term, that could pump the price, and I'll go through that a bit more in detail a bit later on. But anyways, so as you see here, token creation. So each name that you create will have its own token and can easily create ERC 2 to 3 tokens. This makes for a powerful token platform with a built-in name and directory, making them easy to find and manage. Then they've got GitHub replacement. Using toolsite like GitHub made it easy to find project, but since they sold it to Microsoft, it's a perfect example of what was once a safe haven can quickly be taken over by corporate interest. So Butterfly is the alternative to that. Then they've got gaming. The incredibly powerful subname system opens up an entire ecosystem of functional subnames that can be used as the basis for games and other yet to be invented applications. And then also fully decentralized dApps. And yeah, as I said, they're going to have their sale on Polka Solar, which is super bullish always. So on the white paper, there was only a few pages I wanted to quickly go through. I made a note. Page 10 was the first one. A set of ERC20 compatible tokens can be created for each new domain using the registrar token contract. The ERC20 compatible tokens are then used to establish value within that domain. This means that the owner of the ERC20 compatible tokens may have the ability to create a subdomain by burning some amount of their tokens if the parent has that functionality enabled. Like I said, it'll keep burning butterfly tokens, which should pump the price. What I like about Butterfly Protocol as well is that they actually have this working idea. A lot of other projects are, just the idea that's coming up, whereas this is actually a company that's doing this. The other thing I wanted to go through was here on page 13, which is a censorship. So they're very anti-censorship, which I'm sure everyone hates censorship. So consequently, Butterfly Protocol eradicates any governmental censorship that has been administered thus far and enables Butterfly participants to reap the benefits of decentralization and censorship-proof ecosystem. Token burn. This is what I was saying earlier. 10,000 Butterfly tokens get burned to sponsor a new top-level domain. So that amount goes down daily based on how many other top-level domains have been sponsored. By burning tokens during the process, the overall value of the Butterfly token should increase, which makes sense. Then, as you can see here, it's a public team. Here's the name of everyone and all the experience. I'm not going to read through everything, but you get Matthew Dixon, Alex Shaw, and then these other fellas. So, public team, pro, that's always good. And the fact that they're listing on Polka Solar also gives more trust with regards to that. Now, for the most important, tokenomics. So, let's start with their advisory round. They raised 100,000, 13 cents a token, 50% unlock. So one thing to note is the hard cap's 1 million, and the pre-sale, the private pre-sale seed and advisory round all have 50% unlocked on launch, which does seem like a lot. But one thing to notice is they've got only 650k initial market cap, which I made a note here. So it's still a really low initial market cap if you compare it to, Polka Cover, which was 600k, and which one? Issued Finance, which was also around 500k. If you consider that, then it's still quite a low initial market cap. And this was a good token to get into any of these because 50% unlock, is a dream these days. Most tokens are like 20 or 25%, so it's pro. Here the public sale will be 100,000 on Polka Solar at 27 cents. So that will still be good in my opinion. Seed 16 cents, 300k raise. Private 20 cents, 500k raise. All of these having the same terms. Public obviously is 100% unlocked. And then the exchange price, and that's the liquidity, they put 100,000 and it's listing at 34 cents. So seed and advisory are super pro. Private's also pro. Actually, they're all good rounds to get into in my opinion because of the low initial market cap. And after that, there's 12.5% weekly for 4 weeks. So if we look at the supply and how it's distributed, so the advisory sale was under 1%, seed was around 2%, private 2.5, public 0.37, liquidity 0.29. Then there's actually a really huge amount for long-term lockup, 60%. So the actual fully diluted market cap is really going to be huge. But as you know, in crypto, that doesn't matter because it's all locked. Marketing 7%, development fund 5%, 1 year reserve for burn 12%. So now let's look on the Polka Solar site. Here it shows Butterfly Protocol, 14 days it's going to start. Just to give you guys a quick guide on how it works. It's, if you know it, then you can skip this part, but It's really simple. For example, for Polka cover public, you go on the page here, then you wait for the timer to count down, and when it gets to 0, you refresh, you click join pool, you click max that you can put in if you want to put the max. Then the most important part, which comes to the gas usage. So as I share in my Telegram group, what I normally do is you don't use the default MetaMask settings. What I normally do is I choose the fast one, then I edit, and then I just up it a bit more than the fast. Obviously, if you leave it on fast, it's a bit risky. You might not get in. I saw some people today for Polka cover actually didn't get in because their gas was too low, and that's obviously, you're still wasting gas and you don't get in. So it's super cuck. So what you need to do is set your gas, your GWEI, your GWI, a bit higher than fast. That's what I do, and it's always worked for me, and I stick to that, and it's pro. So overall review for Butterfly Protocol. So initially it didn't have much hype, but now the hype's built up, so that's pro. The initial market cap's low, which is pro. Public team, pro. So it's got a lot of pros. Pro. So that's my rating, pro. And as you guys know, this is my rating table in case it's confusing to anyone. Here's pro. As I said, anything above quite pronk, invest. Pro is super good. So I like it a lot. It could even be a cuck pro, but pro is a very good rating. So yeah, that's my review of Butterfly Protocol. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, I appreciate support by liking or subscribing to the channel. Join my Telegram and Discord, and I'll see you guys next time.